So here is another question from IIT JEE PYQ. The question is from the chapter friction. Here is the question: a block is moving on an inclined plane making an angle 45 degree with the horizontal, and the coefficient of friction is given as mu. The force required to just push it up the inclined plane is 3 times the force required to just prevent it from the sliding. Okay. Then it has been defined there, n is equal to some 10 mu. We have to calculate the value of n. So let me draw the situation here. This is an inclined plane, let us suppose, and it is making an theta with the horizontal. That theta is given as 45 degree. Okay, and here is a block of mass m, right? Now what are the forces acting on this block is, one will be the mg force, that is due to gravitational pull of the earth. One will be the normal force, and the component of this mg along this normal will be, this angle will also be equal to theta, so this will be mg cos theta, and the component of this mg along the inclined plane is mg sin theta. Okay, now let us suppose we are applying a force here to just push this block of mass m in upward direction. Okay, and we have to take the critical condition that if we exceed this force to some amount, after that this block will start moving in the upward direction. Okay, so if we push this block in the upward direction with the force of, then what are the resisting forces acting in downward direction? One will be the mg sin theta, and another will be the frictional force, that is static friction, the maximum value of friction. Okay, so here the maximum value of static friction, that will be equal to mu into n, and the value of n is here, that mg cos theta, that will be, frictional force will be equal to mg cos theta, mu mg cos theta. Okay, so if I write the critical condition here, that the force, the value of force after which this block will start moving in the upward direction, that will be equal to F is equal to mg sin theta plus this mu mg cos theta. Okay, now this friction force is acting in downward direction. That means what? Actually this frictional force always prevents the relative sliding between the two bodies. So if we are applying this force in upward direction to push it in the upward direction, then friction force will always oppose its motion in upward direction, so it will be acting in the downward direction here. Okay, so it is the value of the force after which this block will start moving in upward direction. Let us suppose this force is F1, and let me consider it the equation number 1. Okay, now let me draw the another situation here. This is our inclined plane, and this is the angle theta here, and the value of theta is given 45 degree. Let us suppose this is our mass m here. Okay, now again the force is acting on it. One will be the mg force, and one will be the normal force, and the component of this mg force along this normal line, that will be mg cos theta, and the component of this mg along this inclined plane, that will be mg sin theta. Okay, now due to this mg sin theta, let us suppose due to this mg sin theta, this block is moving in downward direction. Then what can be the maximum value of friction here to prevent it? That will be Fs, static friction. Fs will be equal to mu into n, normal, so that will be equal to mu mg cos theta. Okay, so due to this mg sin theta, there is a friction force acting on this body to prevent the relative sliding between these two bodies. Okay, now it is acting in backward direction, so net force in the downward direction is what? If I write net force in the downward direction, net force in the downward direction downward direction, that will be equal to this let us suppose F downward, that will be equal to mg sin theta minus this frictional force, static friction, that is what, mu mg cos theta. Okay, now let us suppose due to this downward force this block is sliding down, then how much force will have to apply in the upward direction to prevent it from the sliding. So हमें एक फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा, लेट मी कंसिडर इट इज़ द F2 फोर्स, हमें इतना F2 फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा इसको प्रिवेंट होने से बचाने के लिए. ओके, सो इस F2 की वैल्यू किसके बराबर होनी चाहिए, इस F2 की वैल्यू होनी चाहिए F डाउनवर्ड के बराबर टू प्रिवेंट इट फ्रॉम द स्लाइडिंग. सो यहाँ से अपनी F2 की वैल्यू आई, दैट इज mg sin थीटा माइनस म्यू mg cos theta. Let me consider this is the equation number 1. Okay, now what is given in the question, the force required to just push it up, that is what, our F1 force. Okay, is 3 times the force required to just prevent it from the sliding. Okay, so here F2 is the force required to just prevent it from the sliding. That means it is given that F1 is equal to 3 times of F2. Okay, so we have to just put the values here. What is the value of F1? F1 is what, mg sin theta plus mu mg cos theta, mg sin theta plus mu mg cos theta, that is equal to what, 3 times of this F2, that is mg sin theta minus mu mg cos theta. Okay, now we have to just solve it. Mg sin wait, I can cancel the terms here. So here mg will be cancelled on the both sides, so mg will be cancelled. So here sin theta plus mu cos theta, that will be equal to what, 3 sin theta minus 3 mu cos theta. Okay, so let me take the mu cos theta terms on one side. So 4 mu cos theta, that will be equal to 3 sin theta minus sin theta, that is equal to 2 sin theta. Okay, so here let me put the values of this theta. Theta is equal to 45 degree, so sin theta will be equal to cos theta, that is equal to 1 by root 2. So I can cancel this sin theta and cos theta. So here what is the situation is, 2 will be cancelled as from 4 to, so here mu will be equal to 1 by 2. Now what is given in the question, a relation between this n and mu is given, n is equal to 10 mu. Okay, so let us suppose n is equal to 10 mu is given. So let me consider this is the equation number 1 and n is equal to 10 mu, this is the equation number B. Okay, so if I divide equation A and B, equation A divided by equation B, that is equal to what, mu divided by n, that is equal to 1 by 2 divided by wait, if I divide this equation 1 and equation A and equation B, then 1 by 2 divided by this n, that is equal to what, 1 by 2 divided by this n, that is equal to mu divided by this 10 mu. Okay, so here mu will be cancelled out, so our n will be equal to 10 by 2. Okay, so the value of n we are getting here 5, n is equal to 5. So we can match our answer in the options here. C option is correct, that is n is equal to 5.